All right, check it out. Today we're looking at the Gyration Air Mouse Elite. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. If you have a home theater PC or if you do a lot of presentations, you absolutely need this thing. It's one of the coolest little devices I've ever seen, and I've been loving the Gyration Air Mouse since it came out. This is the newest version of it. It's the Elite version. Now there's two packages you can get with this. The regular one that just comes with the mouse, or if you want, you can buy this combo set that comes with the mouse and the keyboard. Now, like I said, if you have a home theater PC, this is something that you have to have, and I'll tell you why. Let's give you a couple ideas of how this works. Now, if you don't know how an air mouse works, they're really, really cool. First of all, they have a gyro inside. It's not like an accelerometer. It's an actual gyro. It's a 2D gyro. And what it does is it not only can you use it as a mouse, like I'm using it right here, you know, regular mouse, click, 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 click. It's ambidextrous, programmable buttons, really cool. But if you pick it up and you want to point at something on your screen, there's a little trigger down here. You pull the trigger, and that gives you an on-screen cursor. That means that if you want to go to the corner, you go there. You want to go up here, close the window, whatever you want. Very, very easy to use, and it works from over 100 feet away using RF, so you don't even have to have line of sight. You can actually have the receiver hidden somewhere, and you'll still be able to use this no problem. Very, very cool design. Now, it works with laptops, works with desktops. It's especially useful if you have a home theater PC. If your computer's hooked up to your television, you watch Hulu, you have your Windows Media Center. Those remote controls for Media Center, they're very, very limiting. You can only pretty much have that remote control hit up and down, left and right, and that's about it. And then the enter button. You're stuck. You're stuck inside Windows Media Center. What if you want to get out and watch something in Hulu, or you want to go stream something off of YouTube or something? You can't. You're stuck. This lets you get out of that. Basically, you get out of Windows Media Center, and now you have a cursor in your hand. You move it up to where you want, and it's that simple. That's all you have to do. Now, beyond that, which is already cool enough, there are more things that are really cool about this, and that would be the air gestures that you can do. This button right here in the middle, that's your air gestures. Basically, just like this activates the cursor so you can move it around, this gives you gesture control. So let's say that you have something called, what is it called? It is called Motion Tools. Motion Tools, very cool software. Check it out. Here's how Motion Tools work. You give it a key command, let's say, you know, Windows and M, that's minimize, and then you give it a motion. So you push the button and you go. So double swipe down means minimize all windows. It's going to do Windows and M. There you go. You can set up gestures for whatever you want. Turning on applications, I mean, as complex as you want to be or simple. It can just be next slide. You can program it to go next slide when you push the gesture button and you go right twice, or you swipe once to the right or swipe once to the top, swipe down, swipe up. Whatever you want to do, it can do it. If you want to do like refresh, you know, you can go like this and it'll do refresh. Whatever it is, you just push this button, you give it a gesture, you give it a control, and that's as simple as it actually is. It's very, very cool. You don't have to worry about using the cursor to go up there. If you want to close a window or minimize it, rather than having to go up using this button to there and then minimizing it, you literally hold the button, you swipe down twice, or whatever gesture you want to give it. It could be back or up, or there's a million gestures you can do, and it'll do that command. Very, very cool. Now, on top of all that, if you look right here, there are 3 programmable buttons. You can do whatever you want with that. So let's say you're using this for presentations and not for home theater PC. This could fire up your PowerPoint presentation. This could be an open button to open a PowerPoint, you know, open where all your PowerPoints are, your My Documents area, and then you can pick one from there. And then, of course, it's all programmable. And because they're not, they're in the middle and they're not on the sides, it is completely ambidextrous, which is really, really cool because there's a lot of lefties out there, and a lot of times they get the short end of the stick. They don't have an option as far as things go when mice come. You know, there's not too many gaming mice for left-handed people. There's not very many special presentation control devices for them. This works for everybody. Now, a couple other features to talk about. I'll show you the keyboard. Looking at this keyboard, very, very nice layout. It's extremely thin, and it will mount just about anywhere. It's very light, and it is, again, completely wireless, RF frequency, 100 feet away it can go. You do not need line of sight to actually use it, and it is controlled by batteries. It does come with its own receiver, and basically you can share the receiver with the mouse, and then, you know, pretty much you're going to be using your mouse all the time. But if you want to go ahead and use the keyboard, type something in, go to a website, you do have the ability to have this. Now, this is what I use at home. I used to use another thing called Air Mouse that was actually for your iPhone as an iPhone app, but this has taken over because it is that much easier. The precision that you get with this when you're using the actual cursor controller it's phenomenal. You can point anywhere on the screen. It's so convenient, and you give it to somebody who's never used it before. You tell them to push this button, and they look at the screen, they see the cursor move, and they understand how it works, and right off the bat they can use it. There's no learning curve. Now, I'm going to show you real quick. Inside this box, there's a couple cool features. One of the best things about this is you don't need to worry about batteries. Batteries are annoying. You have to replace them all the time. They pollute the environment. They're just bad. Here's your docking station. Very, very nice. You literally just plug that in, and you have a docking station. And the receiver for your computer, you think it's going to take up a lot of space or be a little box or somewhere to mount it high. Again, it's RF. It doesn't need line of sight, and this is it. Look how small it is. absolutely tiny, and it works very, very well to connect. You just push the button here, push the button on the mouse, and now you're connected. You link the two, you tether them together, and you're good to go. So very useful. Now this does work for PC and for Macintosh. Keep that in mind. If you have a mini Mac, you're using that as a home theater PC, you can do the exact same thing, no problem. You'll even see right here on the Windows key, it also has a Apple key. So it is compatible with both PC or Apple. So very, very cool system. If you have a home theater PC or you're doing presentations, you're a teacher, a professor, you have to get this. This is right up your alley. You're going to love it. I love it for my home theater PC, and it works really, really, really well. If you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the Gyration Air Mouse Elite, go to com.puter.tv and type in Gyration Air Mouse Elite. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.
Ah!